Welcome back to the NAmen Podcast, episode 19. This is our first video episode. All four of us are on video. Andrea's just standing very, very, very still for the entirety of it. We're talking about LCS content. So we had week one, right? And before week one, we got like a ton of new content, literally released the day before LCS started. So we're going to be breaking down all of it from the LCS promo, the Lucky Day one, to the GGS Frick You video, all of that. Almost everyone, released some pretty great content, even in short form stuff. So we're gonna break it all down and talk about what we like the most. But first, I'm your host, Arsh, ArshGirl13 on Twitter. And we have Delfi.
Hi, I'm Delfino. December OLI on Twitter. Number one Tenacity Boost You fangirl. I was literally dying over LCS weekend, so hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown on your timeline.
Numiii.
Hello, my name is Numiii. That's Numiii on various social media platforms. I'm your self-proclaimed LCS superfan. I had a great time at the arena the last 2 days, and hopefully y'all who follow me on socials got to hang along and see what that's like. So I'm excited for this episode. I love talking about content.
It seems like you destroyed your voice too, because holy shit. You need a rest.
I'm doing okay. I don't know what everyone else is saying. I'm doing fine.
Okay. Just rest your voice, drink some tea. And Andrea?
Yes, I'm Andrea. I am an LCS and NACL fan. In fact, right now I am watching NACL while we're recording this. Don't tell
What?
anyone
Hey,
else.
hey, what's up with that? You should be watching this stream to boost our viewership.
Yeah,
On, like,
you
in, like,
have
4
more than
different
one tab
tabs.
open.
Two monitor setup, you know.
Yeah. All right. So, we're just gonna break down. I think probably the first thing to start with is obvious. The probably, in my opinion, best LCS promo ever. One of the best promos for League ever. The Lucky Day promo. What do we think?
Oh my. I tweeted this before we started the episode. Wait, you're talking about the one in the room
It's
with
my
like the
lucky
with Berserker.
day. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I think
So
it's the elevator one.
Yeah, the elevator.
yeah. So I tweeted this that Tenacity almost made an accordion look attractive. You know, like I've never
Damn.
like it's so. Like I've never in my life thought like he was so close. He was so close, and that makes it so much goofier.
He didn't even
that, like,
succeed?
No.
Dude,
It's literally
accordion players
I
are in
am
shambles
so
right now.
convinced. I'm so convinced it's physically impossible to make an accordion attractive. If that man is holding like a bass guitar or an electric guitar or even like a saxophone or something, I would be like, oh my god, like look at him go. But no, an accordion. Like they actually had to nerf him. They had to nerf him so freaking hard. They were like, how do we make this guy just like so like lame looking that like he just can't be the hottest person in this video? And they're like, give him an accordion. Like it's so sickening. It's sick. It's sick. Absolutely sickening. It made me sick to my stomach. But the rest of the video isn't eat. I really like the Fudge blabber section, like where Fudge is like trying to hold him back from
Yeah, from the crab.
the crab.
Yeah. I like how they're just playing into that, you know? Like, I know it's a overused meme at this point, but it's kind of fun to just, like, kind of play into it and, like, shake it off and just have a good time with it. So I liked the bib they had, I think. Like, it said, like, blabbers, crabbers. Like, I thought that was really funny.
I think C9 in general is really good at that. They just play into their memes. I don't care. Every video now they're like, yeah, our system's really popping off for this roster. Like they know, and they play into it intentionally. So
I
like
really
that.
liked the JoJo and the Rookies segment. I thought that was really cute. So it's like a neon sign in the back, JoJo's in the middle. I thought that was really fun, and it's just like playing off of that we have rookie players this split. We also have veterans, but to still pay attention to our rookies as well. I thought that was really cute.
I mean the just in general, like it's such a good promo. The song is great too. I had it stuck. I literally added it to my playlist. I was like, I had it stuck in my head. I thought it was great. I don't know, Andrea, did you have a specific favorite moment? I'm sure relating to a certain team.
Of course, I love the fact that we have a thing about CLG in there in the Faithful. I thought
Mhm.
everyone looked really good. Oh, I love the MVP part. That one was
I did.
really cool.
That was gonna
Like,
be mine. The MVP part was
I'm
so
sorry, but
good.
you can talk about it. You can talk about
No,
it.
no,
It's
go, go,
really
go, go.
cool.
I
Like
have
they
other
look
shit.
so cool. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I, I loved the MVP part because I
mhm.
knew, because we saw the goat, right? Like, Double posted
We saw a
pictures with
goat
it.
in the
Um,
pictures. Yeah.
I did not think it was for an LCS promo. I don't know why I didn't think that. I just figured Double was hanging out with a goat. Um, I like now I look back and I'm like, of course. And it looked so good. The shot, there's like a still of Bjergsen just like with his round like
Yeah.
Harry Potter glasses,
Yeah.
just looking like this. And you're like, damn, he's so cool. I mean, that's what I was like, because I'm a Bjergsen simp. But Bjergsen Doublelift looked great. That was they looked like, just genuinely like, oh, like that's so nice. They just, got the goat action, and it was like fun too. Normally when you have like the badass players, they like try to make them badass, like the legendary or whatever. But it's like they were having fun. They're literally chilling with a goat.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was done.
Oh. I was gonna say, like, Emily tweeted about how, like, we need to stop with the abandoned warehouse core, which is
Yes.
so real.
So real.
I agree with her.
Dude, we should start doing it in
1000%.
full warehouses. I think that's what Emily is saying.
Yeah, like, you need, like, the storage containers around them, like.
For real.
But yeah, I think it was really cool of them to, like, do, like, a fun type of video. Like, I feel like we should maybe do more of that and less, like, oh my god, upside down camera, and then it goes right side up in the warehouse. Like, it's
Wait,
so.
can you do the thing where the player turns into another player?
Oh my
and
god,
they're
like,
like-
it zooms in and then
Yeah,
it
yeah.
zooms out and it's another player.
Dude,
Oh my.
no,
like-
there's a couple shots. Like I like the promo where they're in like that white office building or whatever, and they have the team logo behind them. The other one they did like a week ago.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That one was cool, but there were some shots in there where like it zooms in and sticks for like uncomfortably long. Like it goes in on tactical. It's just like
It kind of reminds me of like Inception. There's like a couple scenes in the movie Inception where like the camera kind of goes like a very circly kind of vibe. I'm just like I'm good. Like I know this
Yeah.
is a still shot and you're just moving the camera. Like
no, it is very nice to see something new. Like I like the LEC promos, and I was like in my head, I was like, hey, can LCS live up to it? Like we're getting close to the start date. LCS got to show me something. Like hopefully you can live up to this, and like they blew LEC out of the water, in my opinion. Like LEC had a great promo, but LCS was something new, something fun, and they managed to give. I think this is the key for me. Like every team got its like little bit of like moment of glory. Like they managing to do that in such a short time is like very impressive, because you gotta like get story beats. Like every team had like 2 or 3 shots where it's like there's a little thing happening, something concludes. Like they highlighted players, they highlighted MVPs. I don't know, Andrea, if you want to talk about the MVP thing, if on Elaine's behalf, perhaps.
I mean, I know Elaine certainly enjoyed that part. I mean, what was it? Elaine, 2 most attractive MVPs? But no, yeah, that show is so cool. Like the whole set for that is so cool.
Oh, they're saying
No,
that.
And they look like they are having a really good time. Like I don't know, the way they're just hanging there, like yeah.
They
I
like
love
bump
that.
champagne or something, right?
Yeah.
No,
it's
because
so
like
great.
I think Summit, like the way he is, just like that cool guy energy, works so well as a person who's just bumping champagne. He's sitting there like
yeah.
he just looks so
It
sick.
was really
They
it was really
both
quick.
work
Like I didn't
pretty well.
notice it the first time when I watched it, but when I went back, I was like, oh, like this is a really cool shot. Actually, it's a really cool scene.
Yeah, and I think that was the key for me. It's like we kind of mentioned this before, but like, you can tell that every player was having fun doing this.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
they thought they looked cool and they were having fun doing it, which is different than like the abandoned warehouse stuff, because they're like, okay,
Oh,
gotta look
yeah.
cool, gotta cross my
serious.
arms, gotta look pensive,
I
right?
think it
And
helps
it's
too,
like
'cause if,
why,
like,
right? But like they're actually having fun.
if you're directing the scripts too, like you want the players to be loose and like have fun and play into it, so the energy comes off better like when with the finished product, right? So you can tell like all the players were having fun and like even if it was a long shoot, like they still were enjoying themselves, which I really appreciated. Like you can feel it from like the staff and from the players.
Honestly, like I know they're gonna milk that, like they're gonna just play it constantly, as much as they can, like once a broadcast. But I'm fine with it. Like
I'm fine
I'm
with
fine
it.
to watch that. That song is such a banger, and the way they filmed that whole thing, like I think it was the first thing released that day, like, and then everything came out afterwards.
Mhm.
Set a great tone because I woke up at 9, like, and it released at 9. So first thing I saw when I checked my phone was like 10 seconds ago. LCS posted a video. Great way to start my day. If someone from LCS is listening who made that video or like who helped make that video, please do more. That was great. Any more thoughts on the LCS promo video?
I did see some sentiment on Twitter, mainly in the quote retweets, about how some people didn't really like the video as much because they didn't have emotional attachment to the players, which I understood. I saw that take, but I will juxtapose against that by saying like we've had so many serious videos, and honestly, you can probably go on the team's channels themselves, or like I think 100 Thieves is doing a good job like promoting Bjergsen and Double Lift, or at least like having that reunion again. So I would argue for like LCS, like one day before the actual opening day, like let's why not we have a fun segment, like
Yeah, I
you have
feel like
the
you.
whole split to like talk about these old like returning veteran players, or like whatever serious narratives you want to go through. So like why not have something fun, you know?
Yeah,
Felt
Delphi.
more attached to some players from this video, to be honest.
That is true.
Yeah.
I was
more
gonna say that.
inclined to like these players from this video than I was before. So I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
Like if
agree with
I
that.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, go
Mhm.
ahead, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that like I feel like the sentiment that like, oh, I'm not really attached to these players is kind of weird because like their players are being like them like more themselves than they are in like the warehouse videos, you know? Like I feel like I would get more attached, not less, from something like that. My only complaint was that Busio was not in it. Get onto that, please.
Yeah, that retroactively edit him in.
Yeah, edit him in.
True.
No,
Put
but
him in the rookies band.
what I was gonna say is like also this feels like the kind of thing where people are just like, this is new, and I don't like it, cause I mean, as far like even in other regions, they have one promo that's just like cool shots, fun shit, like
Yeah.
and then they have another promo that's like more emotional, and like LCS did the same thing. They even had the eyes on, right, and which I don't think we talked about in like the last episode or anything, but like I didn't think it was amazing, but it did do what it was intended to, which is tell me about these 3 players and remind me why I should think they're cool. As like, if I was a normal fan of the LCS, now I know a little bit more about Busio. And I'm reminded of why Berserker and Jojo Pyun like dominated the conversation last year, right? So I think like that kind of stuff also happened. It's just not the intention of this piece. I think that's fine. But yeah, we can move on. The LCS promo was great, but we got, I think immediately after or right before, I don't know the timeline, but we got possibly an early contender for most insane piece of content this year, Flyquest's music video. Anyone have thoughts on that one?
That was so like what was going on? What goes on in the minds of like Ovilee and Dash there, bro? Like you're just like, let me get some of like the best worst editing I've ever seen in this video and then like record a full music video and then post it. You know, and then like they ate it up.
Speaker
Like
kind of killed it on the triangle. That's all I'll say.
no, the dude he was laying into
murdered
that
it.
thing. Jesus Christ.
He might have a
Like-
future in triangle playing. You know what I'm saying?
Do you? I don't know. Like, so I was in. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing to admit. I was a band kid for like 8 full years. And that's not how you play a triangle. There's percussion instruments you play like that, but that triangle's just not one of them. I don't know what
Sounds
he was
like
doing.
he's innovating. Sounds like he's changing the game, and you're not. You're against that for some reason. I don't know.
True.
Yeah,
Abuse your percussion
just like
instruments.
Spica in the jungle, he's changing the game in the triangle.
I'm so proud of you for that.
Um.
I'm excited that they got Ovilee. I was not expecting.
Oh, true. Yeah.
I was not expecting. Did anyone expect Ovilee to be head of content for Flyquest? Because that was not on my bingo card for LCS like 2023.
I knew
Actually, that'd
Flyquest
be
was
a fun
making
idea.
moves, but not like that.
Yeah,
That'd be
that's
a fun
true.
idea. LCS bingo card 2023. That'd be a fun idea. I'm gonna table
gonna
that.
make
I'm gonna
it.
table that.
Papa Smithy is smurfing, and I know he does occasionally listen to this, so I won't stroke his ego too much, I guess, but like he has done like probably nothing wrong other than the news that released today, and we don't need to spend time on that. But Fian Machine, or I don't know how to pronounce it, Fian, leaving Flyquest after like single-handedly carrying their brand identity with like amazing jerseys.
Her jerseys are so insane. Like
Not even
she's
jerseys,
actually
like
the
apparel
goat.
in general.
Yeah, it's everything. It's everything.
Like,
She's the goat.
If you go on her Twitter, I think her pinned tweet, which may be different now because of this new announcement, has all the jerseys that she's designed over the last like
Let me
5 years
see
for
if I can-
FlyQuest, and it is beautiful. Like like they have been nominated for like
Yeah.
it was either esports awards
still
or streamer
pinned.
awards. Yeah, yeah,
her,
one of the two.
yeah, it's still pinned. Her display name is Phoenix, so I think it might be pronounced Fiend Machine, which would make sense
think
because it
it's Fiend.
rhymes.
Yeah.
Fiend Machine. Okay. But yeah, she's
But
incredible. It's a huge loss for Flyquest.
I'm still very excited about them getting Ovilee though. I think that's a very interesting
Sure.
change for like head of content. Obviously Ovilee has a lot of creative ideas that she could bring to the table. And also too, like this kind of challenges other organizations. They're just like, hey, you know, this is what we're doing with content. Here's what does well and here are our numbers. Like we challenge you to do the same thing as well. So I'm very excited to see how Ovilee handles that in the next year. And like I was already looking at FlyQuest anyways because I think this team is like pretty interesting and I wanted to see what they could take from their content. Obviously Ovilee is heading like esports in Flyquest, not just League of Legends, but like I want to see how having Ovilee in the League of Legends content area.
To be fair, does
and
Flyquest
bring
do
this
anything
team
other
better.
than League of Legends?
I do not know off the top of my head.
Yeah, they have Smash players. Like
Oh, that's
Jimuk
true. Of
and,
course. Yeah,
Yeah, they did Smash. Yeah,
of
Smash.
course.
I forgot his name. Oh my god, his name.
Apparently,
whatever.
they have a Valorant team too, and I'll trust my eye on
Tier
that.
2 Valorant.
But yeah, I imagine. I mean, their biggest focus is League, and then Melee as well. Of course, they have a Melee player. I literally
Yeah,
watched
Melee.
him win, and that was amazing. So,
But yeah, excited for this for Ovilee and very excited for Flyquest for 2023. So
no, it's Kadoran and Jmook. So Jmook just won Genesis, which I saw. And
No,
that
I
was
know.
pretty cool.
I'm saying like that's the person I forgot. I don't remember. I didn't remember if it's his
Kadoran.
name or not.
Kadoran and Jmook, I
Kadoran.
think are, and I think maybe a couple other people. If Flyquest Smash person is here, which they aren't, but if they are, tell me who they have. Anyways, Flyquest killed it. That video was insane. I personally though, I'm not a huge fan of like very heavy like acting or singing stuff, but maybe that's just because like the way I am, I like cringe a lot at this. I'm like, I mean, I think it's cool and it's like really fun stuff, especially when the players are featured. It's like, it's nice to see that like they have personality, they're willing to like be a part of the content. But like, and I know this won't be the case because like you saw how the content was, but like I hope that they do like more personality highlighting stuff content because this is more like a theme song, you know what I mean? So I'm excited to see where it goes from here, I guess. That'd be fun. Andrea, did you have any specific thoughts about the Flyquest video?
Not really. I mean, I thought it was really well done. Like everything about it was. I honestly, of all the videos the teams released, it's probably the most high effort of them.
yeah,
True. Yeah.
And
Agreed.
like, yeah, I know I like musicals, so I don't really mind the singing, and I love wacky stuff.
Okay,
So
I like musicals too, so
the cringe stuff was really just it. I think it hit just the right amount of cringe. So
yeah,
I
I'd agree with
really-
that. They
Yeah.
Ovilee and Dash are very good at like being confident through the cringe, so it doesn't feel cringe.
yeah,
And
definitely.
Yeah.
so
the
I
technique
didn't
they
mean to
use
say
there.
that it was cringe. I'm the cringe one. What is that saying? That's like
I
what's
mean,
that saying?
you,
That's
it's
like
not- it's not
if
me,
you
babe, it's
cringe
you.
at something, it is you that's cringe, not the thing. Whatever. But yeah, that was awesome. That was also early in the day, and when I watched that, I was like, damn, we're getting a lot of content today, and then it didn't stop.
I was like once an hour. I feel like
Yes.
Dude,
yeah.
I'm
I like
actually-
I'm
so much
eating
going on.
today. Like
If there's any LCS like content people, because there are a few people in the chat right now, if you want to like tell me if you guys coordinated the releases of these to like not coincide or like be on the hour, it's like, you know, everyone's releasing something, tell me, because that would be awesome if you guys did that. Like
I feel like they just wanted to hype up all the teams, right? So obviously they want to release content the day before. I just did not expect every hour just to open my timeline and just see like content, content,
Yeah,
content, content.
more
And it was
stuff.
fun seeing like everyone else react to the content too. Like everyone,
Yeah.
at least for like NAmen Discord and like all of us in NAmen and like on Twitter too, everyone's like, "Oh my God." So it's like a constant stream of like reactions, and it was really, really fun to watch everyone.
Um, okay, so the next thing on our list is my personal favorite video. Um, because I was told this was being filmed, but I wasn't told it was. I was just told that I was gonna like it, and I was like, all right, I'm excited to see it. Golden Guardians released their "fuck you" video, um, about everyone who doubts them and everyone who hates on them, and that was fucking flames. I loved that video. It's in our thumbnail right now, right at the center. An arrow looking like a Giga Chad, drinking whiskey with an orange peel in it. Yeah, I don't know. What'd you guys think?
I loved it. Honestly, it just plays into the idea that what everyone is saying about Golden Guardians, right? They're like, oh, they're like a lower tier team. And like, honestly, just like play into it. I loved the shot of River in the bathtub with the dollar bills. Like, I thought that was hilarious.
Hilarious.
Gory, I believe, is the millionaire. Like, Gory was just like a cardboard cutout, like, and like a cardboard hand. Like, I thought that was really funny
Dude,
as
I sat
well.
next to him at LCS. It was so sick.
Oh, did
Cardboard
you really?
cutout Gory was next to me during the entire
You
Golden
really?
Guardians
No.
game. It was cardboard
When was
cutout Gory on this side and Kangas in a full like night
was this day
costume with a
one?
helmet.
I was with Oh, okay, okay. I was wondering, I was just like, I was with you both days. Like, when was this?
Yeah, I think you were upstairs, but
Oh,
that
okay,
was
that's fine.
awesome. It was so
Um,
funny.
I really liked like Licorice being like, boo! He had like the sunglasses and like the popcorn just like throwing it. Like,
Yeah,
it's fun. Like, I love this stuff. Like, please give us more of this. Like, we have all split to make serious player narratives and stories. Like, let me just enjoy some funny memes. And plus, like, we have memes now, so we can use on Twitter, like, give some like reactions and stuff. So it's like a win-win for us
that
too.
was the
So.
most like millennial thing you've ever done. You're like, oh,
Wait,
we
wait,
have
wait, wait.
memes now and gifs we can use on
Sorry,
Twitter.
sorry.
Okay, so it's just
Win-win? Win-win name drop? Any Elaine in chat? I love win-win.
Um,
but I appreciate I just play into it, right? Just have some fun. That's what I want.
yeah, I thought honestly, like I was very happy with how they did it. I also really enjoyed the fact that okay, this is gonna sound weird, but normally what we ask for is like, hey, can you give your players some personality? This gave the org personality, which is
Yeah.
way harder to do and also like way more long-term effective, right? Like this made me like think like, oh yeah, Golden Guardians, like that's an org. You know what I mean? And like these old tenured orgs, like TSM has personality, maybe in the wrong way. C9 definitely has personality. Team Liquid, like you know these teams, and the fuck you is kind of also like a we're here, fuck you, right? Like it works. It worked really well for me, and I really enjoyed that they were so willing to release it because I think like a lot of other teams maybe would not be willing to do something so like bold to be like, oh, we'll get like community backlash or whatever, but like they did it correctly and they did it in like good faith. They wanted to make fun content and it was fun. So I think it works. Any other thoughts on it? Any fun shots, favorite shots from it? No? All right, we'll move along then. Fine. There's a lot of content to get through. After that, we had the Evil Geniuses murder mystery style content. By the way, like if you haven't already watched all of these, like sorry, but we're just gonna move through them. We'll link to Travis's thread with all the content pieces we're talking about that released on like day 0 of LCS. And then you can watch them there if you haven't already. But EG did a murder mystery style thing, which I also really enjoyed. I don't know, Delphi, if you had thoughts on that.
My goodness, sorry. I just accidentally unmuted the stream and then I did not hear what you said. I'm so sorry.
Okay,
I was trying to fix
the
that.
EG murder mystery thing. Did you have thoughts on that one? We'll go
Oh,
through everyone.
yeah. That was really cute. I really like Someday in it. Sometimes it was literally like the whole time he was like, "What?
It
What's
was
going
so
on? What
cute.
happened?" It was
He's just
adorable.
there to be cute. It's amazing.
He,
I
I
love
mean,
that.
and that's the way that we love him.
That's
We
the
love
way it
him.
should
That's what
be.
he's there for. Period.
I just think everything Frenzy does is so goated. Like,
True.
JoJo's acting has gotten better. That's a
True.
Yeah,
True.
JoJo's
that's
acting
also
was really good in this.
Like,
Like I was
okay,
surprised.
okay. It was
Okay,
a really
really good
good,
is-
really good is.
stretching
It was better for what it was.
It was better
It was
for sure.
better.
It
Better,
leveled
yes.
it leveled up like 10x, but it was still like maybe a middle
It's
school.
still bad
Like
acting, but it was not the worst.
I liked the
Saying-
fact that like they did make it like really over dramatic, but not to the point where it feels like boring or cringe, but like genuinely over dramatic. So there's like a shot that I remember of just like slowly panning up JoJo's sock because he's not wearing shoes, and it's like, damn. And you're like, damn, that's brutal. But it's like, it's not. But it's like, it's just, they did it really well to like make it feel like there were stakes, even though there were not. And even though the acting was probably subpar, it was a really good way to highlight player personalities and lean into their own memes a little bit. Andrea, I know you're a big fan of EG. Did you have anything else you really enjoyed about it?
No, I really like the the Sunday finger hearts. I'm just a fan of that.
It lives in my mind rent free. I feel.
Yeah, honestly,
does, it
yeah.
does.
It stole the show for me, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought
And with
FBI
this, they
was
started
pretty
doing
cool.
like croc stuff. Like,
yeah, I've noticed
Numiii, you
this.
could tell your story of LCS.
Um, I think Evil Geniuses tweeted something like the Crocs are coming or something like that, or Crocs are evil before they dropped the um that hype video. On day 2 of LCS, their staff went up to me and was just like, "Can we take a picture of you in our Crocs?" So I ended up getting these like these white signed Crocs by all the teams, and like
All the players,
EG's
not all the
Nicole
teams.
went up to
All the players in
all the
EG.
players, sorry. Yeah, not all the esports teams. No. Like the League of Legends players, and then EG Nicole went up to me and like took a picture and stuff. But I think they're playing off this like Crocs meme, which I can't tell if that's like Elaine influenced or not. But like I really I do appreciate you trying something a little different, EG. Like play into it a little
You know
more.
what?
Like it's
I don't even think it's like trying something different. I appreciate EG trying it all. Because, like, didn't seem like they were for a
Lord
bit.
knows they haven't been for the last
Didn't seem like they were, but they tried. And, like,
evil takes time.
you know,
Evil takes time.
like, I think a big part of this is that, like, Frenzy is sort of a cheat code for EG, where they're just like, here, Frenzy, take this money and make us something cool. And it's like, that's great. But it also is kind of weird that's like, hey, is there, like, any other, like, content that's like non-frenzy, and they do release content, so I don't know what I'm talking about, but you know the vibe, like, Delphi, back me up here, the vibe that like EG's just been like a little off for the last like 3-4 months.
No, yeah, absolutely. It feels, I don't know, it feels like the only thing they ever do is like sponsored Hewlett Packard Enterprises content or outsourcing their content to Frenzy, which is really cool because like Frenzy's cool, but we would like to see the org actually make content because I know they have talented content people.
I know they
So-
have talented content people. I don't know who's left after the
Do they?
layoffs.
Oh,
I mean, hey,
Yeah, they
listen, if you're a
did.
content person at EG and I just insulted you, I did not mean to. I genuinely do not know who's left. I know some
yeah,
people,
they had.
I knew who you guys had, and I knew them very well, and I still know them. They didn't die. But I don't know really who's left. I know a few people, but like, I'm not really sure what's happening with EG. I like that they did this, and it was a really good
It
video.
feels good that they did this.
I
though.
hope that they are able to maintain this level, and it's not just a, we finished our content for the year, boys. Time to wrap it up. EG files alone for the rest of the year. Like, I hope
had,
that's not what we're getting.
I had someone ask me too, like, why does EG feel weird to me personally? And I would say, like, what is you have an identity of being evil, but what content do you have to play off of being evil?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
Start doing the opposite
I
of
think that's-
Flyquest. Start burning forests.
no, like,
Start
I
really
would.
leaning into it. 1 acre of
I-
forest burned for every LCS win. Yes.
But yeah, someone asked me that, and I would like to say, like, yeah, like, play off of your identity, and I'm glad you have an identity because that's something you can work with, but what type of stuff are you putting towards that identity that makes me feel like you're evil, right? Like you have this content piece, fantastic. This is what we've been asking for. Like if you're doing like the tweets like, oh, like 2-0 weekend, like we're so evil for like that kind of vibe, like it's just EG feels off to me because you have an identity but don't have anything to back it up with, which is I feel like some orgs have the opposite problem. You don't have an identity and then you just have like freeform content that you're trying to piece
That's true.
together.
Yeah, they like try to back it up, but it doesn't work. Yeah, that's fair.
So that's if anyone's asking me
Okay.
why I personally feel like EG feels off, I would argue for that.
Speaking of identity and having a lot of it, Immortals really killing it. I'm sorry. Listen. Immortals, good video. I enjoyed it. This was their jersey reveal video. It hyped me up, introduced me to the players. They look like they're having fun. And it's the Great Lakes thing, which Immortals has been really into. I'm not sure I agree with the Great Lakes direction, but
it's so awkward because like it's like I went on like Wixie's Twitter and I'm like, this guy's not from the Great Lakes. Like he's not
I
from
don't think
that
any
area,
of their
like,
players are from the Great Lakes.
I don't even know what is the Great Lakes area.
It's like Michigan, Chicago.
We talked to I don't know if you were there. We talked to someone about the Great Lakes area. I don't know. If
I
you were
don't
in
think
this
we should
conversation.
mention that conversation here.
Okay,
If we're
but
talking about the same conversation.
Was I the only one that felt like that video felt like an anime AMV like 2005 like kind of vibe?
Yeah,
Hold on,
you're
right now.
absolutely correct.
That's exactly what it looks
exactly
like.
the vibe.
See?
That's actually
Yeah.
the vibe.
And I actually like that.
Watch
I
it.
liked it too. I liked
Watch
it
it
too.
right now. It's
I'm
exactly
going,
what it is.
yeah, I
It's
thought it
a
was
Jersey
great.
video, right? Most Jersey videos are just them like standing in the warehouse, like the esports poses and stuff. Like that's boring. Like give me that anime AMV like blasting music. Like I thought that was fun for like a Jersey reveal.
I think
Like-
it's funny that like you have my favorite part of this, and like it's little things. Obviously, like off the bat, Immortals has less resources to make content with. Obviously, right? So like I'm not gonna be like, should have blown something up, Immortals. Would have been more fun. Like I don't. I mean, it would have been more fun if Charlie, if you're listening, blow something up next time. But one of my things that I really liked in this is that like there is at least one shot of every player genuinely smiling, like laughing in this video. And
least
like
No, I agree.
sometimes they like look like they're fake laughing, but there's a few shots I'm like watching it. Like Kenvi is just like like all of his losing his shit.
Kenvi
He's
is
like
so
he's
cute.
like there's some really
you
good
like
shots in here.
that.
They look like they're actually having fun, which
Oh, okay.
I think is great.
Maya actually made a good point. Immortals is actually doing activations. I did see that they're doing like watch parties or like live events and stuff, not just for specifically League of Legends, but there are other esports as well. So I do appreciate that portion of their branding, right? If they want to activate in like the Great Lakes area and they have live events for that, I do support that. I think that's really important. If you're a local fan and you see that stuff, you want to keep coming back and having an identity like that, I think is important. And creating content, or in this case, like using that identity in something else, like there's like a linear path to it. It doesn't feel out of place.
And listen, like Immortals is not doing something like that insane. CLG had their Madison Square Garden jerseys. They've done New York activations during Worlds. They still do
And
New
they
York
had
stuff
like
with
the
MSG.
Knicks,
Yeah,
Knicks jersey,
The Knicks
right?
jersey, exactly.
Yeah.
The playoffs Knicks jersey that was like that was really cool, and it's been used effectively. Then there's the other side of it, which is EG doing their Seattle Worlds jersey, and it's like okay,
Oh,
so there are levels to this, right? Like
Huh?
we want activations, we don't want like maybe as much of like a location feel, and like I think Immortals bounce as well, because I'm gonna be honest, I did not realize that jersey was the Great Lakes colored in like a scribble style until someone pointed it out
I
to
didn't
me.
either. Oh
And
my
that was like
goodness,
a
wait.
good 3 or 4 days after the jersey released. And I'm
Did you
pretty
guys-
proud of my geography skills, so I feel like an idiot.
Did you guys see the thing about like someone was like, "Oh, you guys copied our jersey," like on
Yeah,
Twitter?
I saw
Like
it.
that
Wait,
was a
what?
whole
don't-
mess. That's how
I
I
don't-
found out it was the Great Lakes region, by the way.
I didn't see that. What was it?
It was like a whole thing where someone was like, "Oh, like Immortals copied our jersey because they also have like the Great Lakes colored in teal on a black background, right?" And then like people were like, "This is not it." I don't even know what happened, like how that ended, but I remember that's how I found out, and I was so
That
upset
makes, like,
because I
no
was like,
sense.
"How did I not know?"
I'm just trying to imagine them like, yeah, teal, Immortals' color for like 5 years. And also the Great Lakes, the things Immortals have been doing for like 5 years. They stole our idea. It's like, what? Okay, that makes no sense.
I mean,
to me.
it does look very similar, but I still highly doubt
okay.
it. If you're,
I don't know. If it looks really familiar, then I take back what I said. Boo. Okay. I'm
No,
being told it looks
yeah.
almost identical. So never mind. I take back what I said. I didn't say that. That was someone else impersonating me. There's an Indian man who looks
I
a lot like
see.
me saying things. Okay. Next thing was, well, technically there was another LCS promo that was like back to business, and it was basically just like interview shots and stuff. Boring, I think. So, Team Liquid's first squad episode.
Squad episode.
Holy shit. I will just say, like, I'll let you guys talk about this because I know everyone here has some opinions, but like, I have never seen so much of the same tweet on my timeline, other than when Fudge like played Cassante for the second time on Friday and destroyed, and everyone went, "Yep, he's not getting that champion again." And I saw that tweet like 15 times. When this squad episode released, I saw the same tweet on my timeline. Like, damn, I think I like TL now for the first time ever. First time ever, I'm rooting for TL. I hate this. It's like everyone said that. Everyone I know was like, damn, fucking sucks that I have to root for TL now because I watched Squad. This was incredible. It's a really good episode.
I can go first. I personally have not been hot on TL. Like, definitely last split, I had expectations and they were not met. So coming into this split, I was just like, I'm just gonna see how they gel. Like, they're bringing up 2 rookies. You have Summit, you have Pioshik. Like, it's fine. Like, I'll just watch it, right, and see. And I watched this squad episode while eating dinner, and I was just like, I take back everything what I said about Team Liquid. I am so sorry. Like, you guys look like so much fun. You're having a good time. It seems like the team is gelling together. They're showing a lot of personality, especially since you have Pioshik, a former DRX member who won Worlds 2022, mind you. Like, you have a lot of different pieces to work with, and you have a world-class champion. You have Summit, a former LCS MVP, and you have 2 rookies coming up into the from your academy system into your LCS main stage. There's a lot of different personalities to work with, and I thought the episode did a really good job of showing me each personality. And I just want to highlight Ben as well, Ben Zepper, their one of their
Ben
managers.
Zeeper, I think.
Like, Zeeper, he has a lot of personality. I knew that already, but watching this content, I'm like, oh my god, this guy's hilarious. Like,
He's
just
been
like,
in squad
I'm gonna
Did you
episodes
guys-
only
before,
English.
but this was
Yeah.
more than normal.
Did you
Yeah.
guys not watch Squad before this year?
I
So
watched it.
I watched it, but I can't tell you which ones I watched or what I remembered. Like, I think I saw one thing, but this was the first thing that stuck out to me. So maybe my opinion is a little
Ben
biased.
is the goat. He's
Yeah,
so
Ben's always been in squad
he does
episodes.
a lot. Yeah, he does a lot of like content for them. Like the one where he like took over whoever's house, Bjergsen.
He
Was
took
it
over
Bjergsen's
Bjergsen's
That
house.
video,
He
yeah.
he did the learning Korean thing from, who was it?
Yeah, and he did like the Team Liquid adopts a baby thing. That was his idea, I think.
Yeah. He just generally, Ben is great. He did a lot of things, and he
Yeah.
appeared more in this than usual, which is, I think, good because he is very good on camera. And he was super nice in person too. I spoke to him on Thursday. He was great, and it was his birthday on Friday.
Happy late
So yeah,
birthday.
happy belated birthday again. But yeah, it was a great squad episode. I found myself like really cheering for these players. I actually was really mad that it was over when I got to the end. I was like, damn,
No,
I want to see
me
more of
too.
this documentary. It's like genuinely interesting. And TL always kills it with documentaries. Breaking Point was obviously them. I mean, this was great. Andrea, did you have any thoughts? I'm sure.
I have not watched the episode Squad.
You
I
have
have
not?
it on my to watch list because there's a lot of stuff, and I did
There's
have
a lot
a
of
lot of
stuff.
work to do this
There
week.
is a lot of
so,
stuff.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I haven't catched up.
So what we've learned
There's a lot
is
of
that
things I
Andrea
watch.
prioritizes work
Working?
and doing
Yeah,
her
just getting
doing her
paid.
job.
Have you seen Andrea for NACL
Surviving.
things? Have you seen Andrea for NACL things? Literally upholding most of that.
True. She prioritizes
She's doing so much for
NACL
NACL. so-
over watching Team Liquid Squad. Just saying. She could be watching it right now. She said she was watching another stream. She could be watching Squad right now.
Andrea does. Arsh, leave her alone. Leave her alone.
I'm just saying.
Just leave her alone.
I agree. Leave Andrea alone.
Damn, I just realized
Leave her
that
alone.
with video, because I always used to because we never had video before, but I always do this where I make like dumbass faces when we're recording just to fuck with people because we have video on and we just don't record it. It's the first time we're recording video, so now all of those faces will be like preserved in history with me just going like
For audio listeners, you should watch this episode on YouTube.
Yeah, check it
so
out on
you can see
YouTube.
our
It should be fun. Maybe it won't be
video.
fun. Then go back to Spotify. But if it is fun, then
Arsh.
stay.
It is fun. Y'all should tell us if it's fun, because we'll keep doing it more if it's fun.
Yeah. Otherwise, stop.
But yeah,
Okay.
do you have more comments about the video?
Yeah. Did anyone else have thoughts on Squad?
It was fun. I want to see more of this team. I was really sad when it was over, and I agree with Maya. It made me
I was
like this
even more
team
sad when they O2'd, man.
Stop.
I was happy.
Stop.
I was happy. Like I said this before, but like I root for every team, so it's like no matter the result, I'm both happy and sad every game. And I'm like, damn, let's go, TSM won, Chime, let's fucking go. And then I'm like, damn, TL lost, that sucks. That's really hard on mental for like young kids.
Let's not talk about opening weekend for them. It's gonna
Okay,
make me really
it wasn't a
sad,
weekend
actually.
though, so I'm not talking about opening weekend.
And this is the fourth time this week someone has corrected me on this. It's opening week, and I keep saying weekend. It's week.
Yeah.
Valorant is weekend. There we go.
So after that, we had the CLG video featuring Kangas, which was incredible. I also thought that was great. Did any specific CLG fan want to jump in and talk about it, Andrea?
I think it's great that Kangas did this. I really think. I mean, a lot of people were asking about like, but should have been Kobe. Yeah, but like, I think Kangas it has been so big for CLG like this last year. So I think it's great.
Kangas
that
is great.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he is pretty great, and I just love that. Yeah, and then the end, and my favorite, like obviously my favorite part is when the players come in and they start their bad acting because I love watching players do bad acting. It's just so funny.
Players not knowing how to act like is the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, I just
I swear, like 10 days with me as like a dog shit actor who's like done it only for like a few years. I swear I could like change the scene of NA pro play acting. Please, if any teams are listening, I will teach you. I would teach your players how to act like
but Arsh,
a
like
little better.
the charm of it is that they don't know how to act.
Yeah, but if they knew how to act a little better, it would still have that charm. It would just be less hard to watch.
The whole point is that they don't know how to act at all, and I think that's cute.
Sometimes that's cute. Sometimes it's hard to watch, and maybe that's just me as like a drama kid.
That's just you. That's just you.
That is definitely drama kid behavior.
Man, I just wish that they didn't like do the eye contact thing. The eye contact thing fucks me up so much.
Can I just say Kangas's robe, like that dark, was it brown or black?
Oh, the robe, yeah.
Like, the robe that he
robe.
has, he actually brought that with him to day one of the studio, and he was holding his sign when CLG was playing, and has the hood on. Like it was really, I
It's
think,
so goated.
out of context, if you didn't watch the video, don't know who Kangas is because he's a huge CLG fan, like you just see this random guy in a brown robe, like with his hood up, mind you, with a sign, just yelling for CLG, and I appreciate that like level of dedication to your team.
I love the
I could
energy.
never do that.
Like
Kangas,
Kangas
we
did
love
that
you.
for
I
every
could
team, by
never
the way.
do
Shout
that.
out Kangas. Kangas was like mascot
Kangas
for
is
every
the
team. He
goat.
was jumping around. He was
Kangas
having
was
fun.
like,
he's really
we
good
sat
at
with
the
him
audience.
for day one, and he's great. He's great to me.
But what I will say is like just on a general note, I know it was like meant to be kind of a joke, like they played off like haha, like that's insane, like we would never release a video like that. But like honestly, if they had just ended like before they cut to the ending bit in like The Office, I also would have been fine with that. That was a great video on its own. I like the fact that CLG is like really like put the pedal to the metal in terms of, like the CLG faithful and like the whole like believer meme, because it's now literally like they're in a church and it's like a cult, right? They even did that in the LCS promo video where they're really pushing into it, and I like it. I think it's fun. It's identity, right? And it made the video really fun to watch. Any other thoughts on it?
No. Good branding, good identity, play off of it, and I almost lost my faith for day 2 against their C9 game and that 40-minute game where CLG pulled out in the end.
No, the
the
key
EG
is not
game?
believing at all.
Oh, I said C9.
I was not believing at any point in that game that they will win, and that's how they did it.
Dude,
Andrea,
I'm
how do
sitting
you
there-
Okay, we were 15 minutes in, and like EG's Varus had like 3 kills, and JoJo had 3 kills, and I'm like, this is over. Like, there's no way we're recovering.
But he's playing
from this. Like,
Lethality Varus, so it ain't that serious.
Yeah, what we've learned is that
I will-
Varus gets crushed like if you go even a little bit late game or if you have a tank, because
I mean, if
G2
you
had
get
that
to
happen.
severe with that level of CS, yeah, you're gonna
Dude,
lose.
no, I was so
mean,
mad.
that's
I was
very-
literally like, I'm sitting there flaming Luger, and I felt like such an idiot. Because, like, every fight, right? I'm sitting next to a few other friends, and we're like, CLG is just losing fights over and over, barely clinging on to life. Just because Luger is farming top, bot, and mid for like
But he's
15
the
minutes
goat.
straight.
That's the
But
whole
he's the
point,
goat. 500
bro.
CS Sivir.
And then he
That's
goes up
the
like
whole point,
100
bro.
CS, and I'm like, shit, bro. I mean, like, they're approaching the fight, like, the first time when they turn it, and I was like, guys, I know I was flaming Luger, but he's up, like, a whole item.
Disgusting.
He's
amount
up a
of CS.
whole item, guys, and they haven't lost yet. So I think they're gonna win this fight. And then they did, and I was like, dude, it's over. CLG's
I
gonna
was
win.
messaging- I was DMing someone. I was just like, it's over, it's over. And he was DMing back. He's just like, look, like, Luger's gonna pull this off. Like, the server's gonna work. Just give it some time. And then literally, like, as he sent me that, like, 2 minutes later, like, a huge fight breaks out and CLG turns around and he's like, I told you so. I'm like, but you can't tell me this 15 minutes in when Ichi has, like, 7 kills. Anyway, we have more content to talk about.
It was quite a
I
game,
will-
and it was quite nice that that happened right after the another faithful thing, because I was not faithful to CLG. I
I
did
will
not
be
believe.
faithful now. I'm so sorry, CLG. I will be faithful now.
I will continue to never believe in them. That's what I'm gonna do.
Counter logic. Counter logic.
True,
That's the way it
actually
works.
true. Okay. Next, possibly the thing that generated like some of the most conversation, I want to say, the one-word goal video from LCS. So they had a video where they just asked every player
Warning!
like one word or phrase. Listen, Delphi, let's just explain the premise first before you go on your Lucio rant. They did like one word or phrase that represents your goals for the split, like what you want to do. And some of them were very interesting. Delphi, you can go ahead and tell us about warding.
So, Tenacity said consistency, which is like, yes, consistency. That's so boring. BC said warding because he's the GOAT. He just, like, I don't know, something in the way he just delivered it so, like, seriously.
So matter
That
of
was
fact,
so
like,
good.
dude, everything
He's like-
Lucio
like,
says, I'm like,
warding.
yes. No, I believe that for sure. He's so serious.
Yeah, which is why it's so easy for him to lie to me. Anyway, so,
What?
huh?
All right, no, move on. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, Elaine in chat wants us to talk about what Inspired said. He said, "Don't lose." And they
Oh, rip. Rest
No,
in pieces.
guess what happened?
They didn't lose. They just failed to win, and that's the difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then the other funny one was "Do Good" by Solo, and they did in
What?
fact do good.
I
Oh, he said
liked
no
that.
losses. Okay.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
you said
so-
do good.
No. Inspired said no losses.
Got it.
What did Solo say? I'm
Do
asking.
good.
He said
Oh,
do
Solo
good.
said? Ah.
Yeah.
I liked, it made sense, like, Fudge said dominate everyone based on his tweets about, tops. Anyways, there were other things as well.
Bro,
other
be
fun,
so
other
so
fun,
fucking bro,
things that
man.
people said. Bjergsen said standing out, which I thought was interesting, because it's like, how
Just
much more can you
Bjergsen.
stand out than being
I mean-
Bjergsen?
except
that
and then
also
like the
shows that
next
he's humble. He's humble.
Yeah, but like the
He's
next
trying to,
game he
like,
goes and
show his-
power farms on Silas, man.
No, okay, I'm not gonna, 1 second. That Silas game was good by him. He played the lane correctly. He went up with a way
really
better
gonna
lane
do
result
this?
than he should have.
Is
And
this
then-
is this happening?
And then everyone's just like flaming for like objectively horrible drafting for 100 Thieves. Akali was able to run free. I was so mad. Like, I like the easier support, and we can talk about that maybe a different time. But like, no, the Bjergsen slander was like, bro, what? I don't know. I thought that this weekend was pretty good for the two GOATs in terms of like narrative, because even if you aren't like a fan of 100 Thieves or whatever, I think it's objectively good for LCS to like not have these two players return and be like complete shit. And Bjergsen
Yeah.
wasn't bad last split, but like
Yeah.
the narrative was that like, the sentiments like, oh, they're gonna be so bad and they're gonna suck, and all the Korean players are gonna dominate them. And I thought they had pretty good performances week one, considering their team results and stuff. So I was happy with it. I thought that was pretty good.
Unfortunately, double lift hands fell off, carried so hard by Busio Yumi.
Dude, Lucio Yumi was... Dude, he should have said Yumi. Imagine. The memes.
Oh, if he
Busio
said
goes.
Yumi
If
in
he
like
said
this
Yumi in
video,
the one
oh my
video,
god.
Oh, that would have been so
the
funny.
memes would have been hilarious.
But yeah, unfortunately, actually very fortunately, they have some very cracked young rookies that you probably never heard of. You've probably never heard me talk about them, carrying them, you know? Surely Renekton is useful.
Never heard of them
Smile.
in my life. Never
Dude,
heard of these two
I
rookies in my
saw
life.
Tenacity after
100
that game,
Thieves.
like taking pictures outside, and I was like, "That's the face of a man who just had to play Renekton for 35 minutes." That's the face of a man who is not enjoying himself for that
Can I
game.
just say, I want to shout out 100 Thieves for staying at the after party on day 1 and then
That's true.
staying for a meet and greet on day 2.
They came back,
worked
to be
very
fair. I think I
hard.
don't think they stayed there
Like,
for like 4
No,
hours.
they came back. They came
Yeah.
back 100%.
I just want to shout both of them out because I want to shout out 100 Thieves because I think they met a lot of fans. You could tell they were really tired on day 1. Day 2, they were really excited to meet fans, but they were the last game as well. So I do want to say, like, I do appreciate 100 Thieves just staying for meet and greets and stuff. Of course, like everyone's there for double lift and Pearson, but just having like Closer was talking to everyone. He's just like, hey, did you
Oh, I
enjoy
want
the
to be
game?
closer
Hey,
so bad.
like
This is
it was
great.
really
I want
nice.
to be closer so bad
Those
too.
are super
He was
nice.
he was really nice. Like
One
I went
day,
up to
one
him,
day.
he's just like, "Did you have fun? Like, hey, how are you doing? Like, where do you want to stand?" Like he was really, really like sociable, and I do appreciate that.
All the
Like,
players are
That's
really
as
great
a
with
sick.
people. Like
yeah,
Fly came out as well, whole team. And it's definitely hard. Like we had some teams come out of the studio, and this is like we're getting to the end of the list. The only thing left is Travis Gafford, so why even talk about that in the video? But like we had whole teams come out, even some like right after losses, and like it's hard to meet fans right
it
after a
is.
loss, and they were doing it. Like they were completely fine like meeting fans. 100 Thieves met fans day 1 after a loss. That's like impressive. Like that takes mental.
Wasn't that
That takes
no? Wasn't that like after the
sure like
Oh,
2 hours
yeah, yeah,
later,
yeah.
but like it's same day. Like
Oh,
it's still hard. Like
yeah.
it's still hard to be on that day, and you come back in next day, you take a win, but the energy is still impressive. I think, especially from 100 Thieves, Flyquest, CLG, TSM. Like those are the teams that I can remember coming out, and I
Oh.
didn't
Gold
meet
Guardians
everybody.
was there
But
too. Gold
Huh?
Guardians was there too.
Go to
Golden
Guardians, of
Guardians.
course. Go to Guardians came out,
Yeah.
and they came out
I
after a loss,
also-
so they were. I was
I
impressed.
also want to talk about a content video. Closer with Closer. It was like a kind of interview type of thing where he talked to Tenacity, and it was really cute and it was really funny. Just huge shout out to Closer for doing oh my god.
Wait, where is that?
No. It's he posted it on his Twitter.
I got it. I'll find it.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's really cute.
I'm actually I didn't see that, so I'm down to watch it.
And Tenacity's really he has a really funny laugh. Yeah, so Closer with Closer was really fun, and I'm glad that not Tenacity, 100 Thieves are doing kind of shorter content like
Short,
that, even
yeah.
if it was suggested by him. Like the org still helped him most likely do that kind of stuff. So really appreciate that kind of stuff from
Short form content in general, I'm a fan of.
Closer.
Immortals did a short form piece where they were talking about everyone, all their players' goals as they walked through the door. Dignitas did a
That was
couple
cute.
videos. I didn't actually see the Dignitas video yet because I was busy.
I liked Dig saying because you know how sometimes if you have a roster there's a lot of visa issues going on, so there are some subs for LCS and there's actually quite more for NACL. But I think their top laner for Dig, he sat down and
Armut.
just I'm gonna address the rumors. I'm playing this week. I thought that was really funny. I actually really enjoyed that because sometimes, it's just the GM being like, "Oh, here's our starting roster," but it was honestly like a 10-15 second thing of him going "I'm starting this week." So I liked that a lot.
I think generally
appreciate that
I'm
personality.
happy with, let's say, 8 or 9 out of 10 teams in terms of their approach to content. 8 out of 10, maybe 7. I'm not sure. Haven't done the count. Last piece of content, because we are reaching our time limit, was Travis's first surprise test of the year. Talking to LCS players about themselves, really, players, their historical teams, and where they are now. I thought this one was really fun. I tried playing along, and I was absolute horseshit at it. I was so bad. I don't know if you guys did. You try to play along, or did you just watch?
Yeah, I played along, and I only guessed one player right on the first try, the first clue. Actually, that's not true. I guessed Prince right on the first clue, but
I guess a couple
That's
players
not. Oh
early,
shit!
but
Sorry.
like partially because of their pictures, which I feel like is cheating.
Oh no, I didn't even look at the pictures. They said Polar Ace, and I knew instantly.
Yeah, it was very easy.
Down bad.
I guess a
Down
couple
bad.
I guess a couple that were pretty fun. But like in general, it was funny like seeing Bjergsen be like a complete idiot. He's like Mithy.
Bjergsen,
It's
like,
like
he just
Mithy, an
doesn't
active player in the
understand
LCS.
the rules,
Oh,
He's
it was
just
so
he's just
good.
trying his best. He's trying his best.
And I think like objectively, Travis has sniped this from LEC's pop quiz, but I think that's fine because this is a great way to show off player personality. And honestly, like it's not that unique of an idea. All they're doing is asking players questions, and like Travis has like a really cool like. It's not like he's asking them the same things that like they do in pop quiz. It's like a different format, different vibe to it. And I really like that we're able to see player personality from like across teams, in like a really genuine way. When people are pressured to like answer a question, they're always like, I know this," and like they seem a lot more relatable, a lot more fun. So I thought that was good. Any thoughts?
I thought Prince was very cute in this
Oh,
video.
That was cute.
The only thing I remember from this
I think
video
that-
was Prince. So I didn't know his English pronunciation was that good.
No, his
Like,
English is so good.
his
That
English
that
is really
interview
good.
with
His English is
Impact really proved
quite
that.
good. Yeah, honestly, the English or the interview with Impact at the end of day 2, like that was really good too. So the only thing I remember from this video is just like, dang, like I had more of a reason to look into Flyquest anyways. I'm like, no, like Prince is actually like he streams on Twitch like after his games.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
do it
He VOD
yesterday.
reviewed, right?
Yeah,
He-
he VOD reviewed himself, which I think is really interesting because you're already gonna do that with your team anyways, and you're gonna go home and do it again. Like, I think that's really interesting. I think FlyQuest turned on VODs for him too. Like, I think the first
As
one
they
wasn't
should.
recorded, and now it is. But it's like, I want to see that from a pro player, and
Yeah.
like he's trying to make a personality. Like, I want to support that.
Impact,
So
dude, or not Impact. Prince's like personality, like so fast, has become like one of the most interesting, like in the league. He is so fun, and he
The
is
way
so
the way
smart
he was like,
and so good.
can
at
I
reading
can I
levels.
say this? Holy shit! Can I say this? That was so funny.
Yeah, he was like genuinely, and then like dude, like he was like, "There's a Dom 1 player in LCS. I know all Dom 1
Yeah.
players.
Who?
Give me a second." And he sits there, he's like, "Okay."
Right?
And then there's like the moment I wish I really want to make a gif of it because like it was so funny. He goes,
Me?
"Oh, me?" He looks so happy. He goes like confused, realization, and he's like so excited about it. It was so funny.
Yeah, that video was really cute.
And then Travis goes, "Yes, you, obviously." But it was, I don't know, I thought it was really good. Prince especially shine like really like definitely was really great in that video. Other player, I can't remember who else was like really fun to watch in the surprise test. Bjergsen stood out to me. That's because I'm a Bjergsen simp. Did anyone have like a player that was a standout?
In the surprise test?
Yeah.
Spica was kind of smurfing.
Oh, true. Yeah, Spico was really good.
And
at it.
Licorice.
Yeah, Licorice. Because
Licorice
I
did-
think like the
Licorice
players who like most recently spent time like in the NA development system, because like a lot of the questions were about that, were like, no, who's on
Yeah.
that team? I know that team. I know that team. Like,
Except for Jojo Pian.
true. And Vulcan. Vulcan messed up a lot of people by being a sub on CLG Academy, I think. But yeah. I think that's about it for the list of content that was released on that day. There's obviously a lot more even released after. And a lot more still being released. I'm really happy that it's not like, cool, we started LCS, no more content, and all the teams like chill. We're seeing a lot more content released, even like in the last like day. A lot of good stuff. The closer tenacity thing that Delfi was talking about released last night. So yeah, keep a tab on that content. We might do another episode where we check in on like content, like if there's another day where we
Yes,
just see like,
please. I hope it doesn't
Love-
slow down a lot
I love
because
talking about
it
this
felt like
stuff.
it did that.
dude, I think like genuinely, I think fans calling for like we want to see content has kind of kicked teams into gear, being like, yo, we need to like actually get there. And like right now, I think
Yeah.
Fly, GGS, CLG are killing it, and like are way ahead. So like if you have your view and you vote with your view on what you would like to see more of. So vote with your view by watching that content from Fly, CLG, GGS, like these people that are putting out really good stuff, fun fan content, fun stuff that we want to see more of, because that's how we get more of it, right? If it gets a lot of views, that's how they decide that it's worth making more of. So yeah. Go do that. And we're going to wrap this episode now. So I've been your host, Arsh. My Twitter's right there. It's at ArshGoyle13. I'm going to try doing more streaming and stuff. My throat is feeling a lot better, so I'm going to start now and start doing a lot more streaming over the next month. I also want to shout out Riot Games, small indie company. They gave me a swag bag for moving my seat at LCS with like 2 t-shirts, a sweater, which I'm wearing right now, a jacket, like an LCS jacket, a hat, a fidget spinner, like a bunch of other shit. And I was like, oh my god, this is great. And it's like actually a good clothes, like fairly wearable, which like esports jerseys and stuff, or esports like merch in general usually isn't. So shout out Rito Games.
Flyquest.
Shout out Rito
for
Games.
Not so for Flyquest.
Except for Flyquest. Flyquest, if you want to send me a jersey, please, I will wear it every day of my life. I will never wash it. Please,
Ew.
please, I want a jersey, man. Please.
Crowdfunded.
Okay, Delfi, tell people where they can find you. Give a shout out.
Oh, shout out to me. No, shout out to IMT Wixie. He played today and he won his first game. I did not watch the second, but I heard he lost, but whatever. It probably wasn't his fault anyway because he's just so cute. Anyway, so you can find me on Twitter at DecemberOLI, and Twitch at Delfino42, where I'm going to be trying to stream tomorrow. But I also have like a 4-page research proposal that I haven't started yet, due tomorrow at noon. So we'll see how that goes. And shout out to 100 Thieves, Vicio, and Tenacity. And also Chumi, the goat.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Numiii.
I want to shout out NACL Open Qualifiers. The games just started this weekend, so these were the 32 teams that will compete. There will be like there's a huge knockout bracket and everything, and they will be competing to relegate and knock out one of the NACL teams. So it started this weekend. So if you're a fan of League, like it's 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time NACL Open Qualifiers, and then switches right into NACL. So I want to give my shout out to Native Gaming. I'm hoping they do well in the Open Qualifier tournament. And honestly,
No
just
bias.
watch NACL and NACL Open Qualifiers. I'm really excited to learn this section of League, and I'm excited to tweet about it as well. So shout out Native Gaming. I hope y'all do
Yeah,
well.
speaking of OQs, I was supposed to co-stream it, but every game had a co-streamer, so I'll be co-streaming tomorrow, in case people were wondering about that, because people asked me. So I was supposed to do it, but
Shout out
ran out of
Snacks.
co-streamers.
Shout out Snacks
Yeah,
as well, because
shout out
they
Summer.
are doing a whole thread of like highlights and stuff of all these matches.
And
So
co-streaming it.
appreciate that, Snacks.
Summer, Grapes, a bunch of people are like co-streaming, helping set this up, like
Dervish?
everyone working on it. Super goated. Andrea, I know we stole your shout out, so come up with something else.
Sorry, what?
We stole your shout out. We
shout out-
shouted out NACL OQ already, so.
No, it's fine. Shout out CLG for being the coolest team in the LCS.
Yes.
And going 2-0. That's pretty great. Thank you for making me happy. Yeah, I love that.
The staff is really nice. The staff is like very encouraging when you talk to them. They're
Encouraging?
really nice.
No, but yeah,
No,
CLG
they
is
were
great.
just like they're like,
I
"You
love
want to take a
CLG.
picture?" I'm like, "No, not really." I'm like, and they're like, "Take a picture." I'm like, "Okay."
Super
they're nice.
super nice staff, super welcoming, and they're always like excited for their team, excited for their fans. So yeah, that's super nice to see them doing well. But yeah, okay, that is our first ever video episode done, only a little bit over the time. Yeah, we'll see you guys for our next episode.